should just turn it on to us all.
It's on.
Three.
All right. All right.
Get your chair.
We're getting our chair set up.
All right, sit down. I'll sit in this one. The blank spots.
This was my chair supposed to go here.
Oh, you're still is Costa joining?
I don't know. Costco didn't even DM to me.
He said exclusives. Chase exclusives.
Oh my fucking god! Why does he just not use his goddamn phone like a normal
Said
person?
the same thing.
It's Costa. What'd you expect?
Goddamn Aussies.
Goddamn Aussies.
Yo, so I guess.
This is a great podcast right here. It's already off to a great start.
All right, I'll add you.
We got the old man, we got Siren Head, we got the pig, and then we got Squidward.
The gang's on.
All right, what do I press? Just E to get in the chair.
E, just press E.
What do I look like?
You're just the old man skin.
Okay.
All
Did you
right.
get a skin?
I have skins. I don't know how to change them anymore.
Hold down C and then go to the top and then just kill yourself after you select it.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see.
If you have the Tron one, don't. Just do that.
Oh, this looks beautiful.
This looks so scuffed. Oh, this is perfect.
There is cameras. I could add cameras, but
we're chilling.
that'll take time.
All right, can someone add Costco in here?
The mic isn't hot, right? Right, guys. All right, ready? 3, 2,
No,
1.
we're missing the Aussie.
Is he coming?
He's supposed to. Oh my god, man! I hate that I gotta add people. This is why you need to just text me like a normal person.
There he is. He's in Adam's office.
All right, now drag him in here. Someone give him the roll. I'm not alt tabbing. I got to alt tab.
I almost kicked him.
God, Costa, do you know how much trouble you're giving us?
All that. Oh, he's muted.
And he's muted.
And he's muted. Someone give him the roll.
He's
Who broke the chair?
I got it.
No, he's just muted. He's in the call right now.
Oh my god, Costco. We need your full attentiveness here.
Someone kill me.
Alright.
Just type kill him in the console.
Nope.
Nope. Drops him.
I got it. For the sake of the podcast. Okay, what about Costa?
All right. I'm glad everyone could join. I'm glad.
My skins.
I'm glad everyone could join here today, and I'm glad. I mean, we're waiting for Costco, but apparently he's just mic muted.
Costa, I know you can hear me. Please unmute yourself.
His mouth is so open.
Just scroll.
Alright.
Is it because he doesn't have the role? Is that? Oh no, he has the role.
He is in the call.
He has the role and everything.
You do not have permission to speak in his channel.
He uploaded an image. You do not have permission. What the hell?
He uploaded an image. Not just telling us.
Is he a deity?
No, he's not.
Make him a deity.
I made him a deity. He also has server mute. I undid server mute. There's Costa.
You should be able to talk now.
Now, Costa.
Fucking Christ.
God.
We are 10 minutes behind schedule. We are 10 minutes behind schedule.
All right.
It's probably a hard question to ask, but do you have Gmod?
I can get it, but
No, too late. He's just gonna be in the call.
He'll be in the first
In
episode.
the first episode, he's just not gonna be able to see our beautiful character.
Here, I'll add Costa.
I love how Wyatt just the mouth opened skeleton.
Skeleton. I'll add a stand-in for Costa.
Alright.
11 minutes behind schedule.
Or time is money, money is time.
Mike's not hot, right, boys?
No, Mike's not hot. You can say whatever you want. I muted everything.
Are you for real?
No.
This is awful.
This is gonna turn into a drama alert episode.
Yeah,
What is up, guys? Welcome to.
Why is there a floating monkey? Are we ready to start?
I'm adding Costa.
Oh, I'm adding Costa.
Oh, Costa, no. Okay. I'll
You know, to the one person watching, I'm sorry right
You're
now.
telling me the Gonk droid doesn't embody Costa?
We are starting the stream properly. We're just making sure everything.
Concord is all I can see.
I can't start it. There's a flying monkey. There we go. No, he was perfect. There we go.
There's Costa.
All right, beautiful.
All right, Mike's
All right.
Mike's hot.
Mike's hot,
boys.
everyone. Mike's hot. Mike's hot. All right.
All right,
Let's
all right, all right. Fine.
let's go around the table. Let's go
Yeah,
around
but
the
we
table.
can't count down if we're already here.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go around the table. You know, I'm Omar. Who's Monkey Man? Monkey Man is Bill.
I'm Bill. I'm Bill, Monkey Man, former cop, NYPD.
Yeah. We
Sarah's
got-
head happens to be Neptune at Neptune CS on Twitter.
We're
Yes.
plugging then at
No.
Static on Instagram.
Everyone will get their plug-in near the end of the stream when I upload on YouTube.
Yeah, then just Neptune Ranger. Either way.
All right,
Yeah.
and Skeleton.
Yeah, I'm a skeleton. My name's Wyatt.
All right,
Yeah.
beautiful. We have 2 watchers, so let's entertain them. So our subject today matter will be stupidity around our surroundings.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's gonna be rough starting off, but we're gonna
It's
get
gonna
it.
be very rough.
It's gonna be
Podcast
rough.
Zero for a reason.
But
Podcast
we'll
Zero
start
for
it.
a reason.
But we're gonna start it off. All right, guys. How many of y'all went trick or treating yesterday? Let's be honest. I didn't do jack shit
I literally
yesterday.
did nothing.
I did jack
I
shit.
literally sat on my ass all day.
Not say I went trick or treating.
I literally went over to my girlfriend's house and watched Attack on Titan.
No,
You smoked weed?
No, I said it was mostly just a lazy day.
we live in
Is it
Colorado.
Legal or illegal state?
God, I don't do that. That's illegal, guy.
What was that? You know I'm a cop.
All right. I know we're doing the Halloween edition. That's why we all have our costumes on. If you don't know me, I'm
That's why
Squidward.
wearing a wire.
I'm Squidward, and so I'll start it off, man. I open up Snapchat. The same. I agree with you, Bill. What you put on last night when you quoted with your girlfriend in the big ass fucking Teletubby costume. All these dumb bitches. Yeah.
Let Omar talk. Let Omar talk. Let Omar do his thing. Let him run.
I saw Bill pull up all of these. What was it say?
Talking, I'll pull up the image.
Yeah, all what it say? It fucking these dumb bitches that say coronavirus is dangerous are gonna be partying tonight. And I kid you not, man. That statement is fucking fucking true all around. My Snapchat was fucking awful this week. I mean, like just yesterday. I still.
College is that way. Like
Dude.
actually.
I open up fucking Snapchat, and then we all know our fabled freckled hair girl. You know, we all know who we're talking about. I'm not gonna name it. We all know. You know, Mudface. We all we all open up. I open up Snapchat. Now a little context for the stream. She is a raging libtard, yet somewhat conservative, which throws my mind through a loop every day. And she wants to stay at the party a lot. I don't blame her, but yesterday she was in the biggest party I've seen, and it was so big it took place at an apartment. Their goddamn parking spot, like around like if you ever been to like one of the KSU's apartments, they just have huge parking grounds. That's how big everything was, and they're just fucking jumping, man. And I was like, holy shit, how fucking retarded do you have to be going to these parties?
Like I swear, genuinely, none of them had fucking masks.
No, none of them.
None of them. And it was like to like better conceptualize it. Like a parking lot is a good way to put it, but like fucking filled like kind of like a rave type.
Yeah, it looked like a rave, and it was. I was just thinking, I was like, man, she's the same person that would fight for this, say this is wrong, and then yet she's doing this dumb shit. And one time I saw her, she put like just a couple days before, she did one of those like YOLOs. I don't know why she still does those. I thought those died a while ago. She does one of those YOLOs, and someone's like, "Can you just please like stop going to parties and start thinking about, other people's safety?"
By YOLOs, you mean like
the like anonymous questionnaires.
Yeah.
Anonymous questionnaires.
It was so, and she's like, everyone's just like, can you say, it's my choice, my body, my choice. Like,
yeah, I figured out there's a term for that. It's fuck, what was it? It's like, it's something. It's what is it? It's not performative activism. That if you like say all this stuff,
right.
and then you just do the opposite.
You say it when it's convenient for you, but like in reality, when it's actually your actions
Yeah, yesterday,
are not accountable.
biggest example, like TikTok, I'd see all these things where like people are talking about like stay safe, wear masks, stay outside, you can still stay outside, have a party of like 4 or 5 people, and then those same people post them at a 20-person party. It's like inside in a small dorm. It's like, what the hell?
Hey, it's
People
just,
like don't know if they want to like I don't know. They just like don't want to ruin their fun, but they also want to preach at people.
Yeah.
And like I don't understand the difference. Like
It-
or I don't know why they think they have the ability to like sway both ways.
It's because like it's like it's become it's not even like it's not even a trend anymore. It's just a competition.
I guess it is. I think it literally only stems from social media.
Yeah, no, performative activism is just a competition. As long as you say somewhere on an account that you're for something, everyone's like if you go against it, like, nope, they have this in their account. You can't. That's not possible. But then they go out and do it, and then you can't call them out, or everyone calls them out. It's like, it's just, oh my god, it's so
Yeah.
confusing.
I think mob mentality is like just it gets so dumb at times. Like
Yeah, like not even cancel culture, just mob mentality.
yeah, well, I mean, but also cancel culture. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously that mob mentality boils over into cancel culture and just makes everything so much worse. I don't know. I think people are just stupid in general and have the worst possible reactions to stuff. Like that girl Sky Jackson doxed a bunch of little kids when
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
they said the mean word, the no word, and no, it like they're 13. Yes, they shouldn't be saying it, but no, you do not have the right to dox people because they said words that you don't like.
I don't know when doxing became common for like people that have differing opinions. You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
disgusting.
it's such a wild concept. It really is disgusting. It's such a wild concept to be like, oh, you don't line with my opinions. Fuck you. Here's your address on the internet for anyone to do anything with.
It's kind of funny because like the doxing, it's not like that, that kid on Xbox Live that has your IP address going through and finding all your address. It's
Oh,
just
you mean the son of Bill Gates?
oh yeah, my dad owns Microsoft. Like it's literally just someone going to someone's friend. Or so it's funny. Like I've seen ones where like there's like this trend on TikTok where people are like want to play a game, and then the person's like yeah, and then they post their address. It's just two people that know each other. It's kind of like people. It's like doxing has become like a trend.
That,
Yeah, which is
uh,
really fucking like I don't even understand why like even like a sane or even like a mentally questionable person would think that it's even reasonable to just drop somebody's address
Yeah.
on the internet.
I
Because
got
like
sorry to
you can like
interrupt.
genuinely like people like really could like get fucked over by that shit. But go on.
Where's Costco?
Right here.
Costco, you got anything to say about this?
I'm so glad you're part of the
I don't
conversation.
want to like interrupt people,
No,
Just
I mean,
talk, man.
it's
Yeah,
we're friends. We're all friends here. It's not.
yeah, you're right here, man. You're right here next to me.
Yeah, you're literally right next to Bill. There's a little drone. It's right there.
The
Also,
concept of revealing people's locations is like weird to me. It is strange. Like you wouldn't expect it, or at least I wouldn't expect it on just like normal social media. I'd expect it on Xbox live parties, whatever.
yeah,
shit's on.
it's funny because like it's weird because like people the doxing now it's easily accessible, but people only go for addresses. Like they don't go for
Bro, I feel
IP, credit card, or anything anymore.
Yeah.
They say the address. And then they don't do anything with it. It's like, what are you gonna do? Come from Colorado all the way to Georgia to like beat me up? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
what are you doing with my address?
Yeah, I
I don't know.
need
Some
to
people
do
like if you dox
MW2.
some people,
You're gonna
I
come
feel like it would
beat
have
me
no
up.
impact. Because like anyone's actually bothered to like go to someone's house.
Yeah.
I also feel like it's different on like an Xbox because like the way I think of like somebody being like, "Oh, I'm gonna dox you," is like you're in a Modern Warfare 2 lobby and like you like kill them and they're like, "I'm gonna dox you," and then that stuff like and then they like say they even drop your IP or anything like they're not gonna do anything. But like a lot of doxing nowadays happens on like Twitter where like it's pinned to your profile no matter what.
Yeah, they're
You know
just
what I mean? Like
but
it
it's
doesn't
funny.
go away, but like MW2 lobby will just disappear and you'll
Yeah,
never pop
no,
up
it's
again.
because
Come a long
But it's like
way
on a
from the
Twitter.
days we've come a long way from the days of being in a Black Ops 2 lobby and someone
Yeah.
talks shit and you just, you know, you just like say some dumb stuff back and that's the end of it. Now,
Yeah.
now when you like a lot of the interactions that you have with people are, unless you go back and delete them, there forever. So people can, I don't know, it just opens such a
You can do
weird.
whatever you want. It's like
Yeah,
there.
and it's
Just
so weird the contrast because like at first people on like the internet or on Xbox used to like that's where like people really started being assholes because there's like you're anonymous on at least on like social media you have a name attached and most people know you.
Yeah.
And then, like I don't know it feels like it's slowly gotten to the point where people are fine with doing just as nasty stuff as they would do when people don't know their names as
Yeah.
long as they're only on social media. If
Yeah.
they're in person, they never do that kind of thing. But even
Yeah.
if people know who they are, if they're on social media, some people
A
are
problem I have with
crazy.
like screenshots of like toxic people supposedly is context. You need context.
Yeah, God,
You need,
context.
like-
Content doesn't exist in 2020. That is a given
internet-
fact.
The internet, everything. It's the internet has become the most face value thing now.
Like everyone falls for it, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Everyone falls
It's
at
like-
face value.
it's like
Nobody searches deeper.
The internet looped back. It's like now we're back to like, oh my gosh, it's like we're in the 1950s. There's a UFO photo in the newspaper. Like we've literally gone back to that. I don't get it.
I think, dude, the internet is so interesting because it makes so many like unique problems. But I think it's like as people had more exposure to information, a lot of like these hoaxes and stuff, like Bigfoot, it like start to really come out of popularity because people can see like, okay, well, this is just like some guy put his foot in the mud and then saved a cast of it. And
Yeah.
like all this stuff, like it's really easy to debunk. But along with that, where we've kind of gotten to now is that people are getting better at faking information.
Yeah.
And just
Very true.
It's
So, like-
making really like strung along conspiracy theories that sound plausible, but
Yeah.
if you haven't like honestly, if like for a lot of people they haven't been on the internet long enough, they don't know to not bite.
Yeah, like there's definitely a new age of people that are now mentally like on the internet. Cause like think like us joining the internet at 10, that was like just a little bit like looked down upon. Like it was a little weird. It's like dang, your parents aren't
Yeah,
are letting you onto this
I mean, it
new
wasn't-
kind of accessible thing. People are being born into the internet now. They are
True.
they like we've just hit that age where people are now their first thing they learn to do when it comes to technology is the internet.
One
Like-
thing that I think would be extremely interesting would be a graph showing, like, I guess the age at which people had received their first phone.
I mean, I
And,
didn't
like,
get mine
had
until
access.
15.
I was
Like,
14 or 15, I think.
It was
Dude,
13.
I
My-
think
You know
I
what I
remember,
mean?
Bill, I think I
It's
remember
like-
you
Yeah.
having like an iPod.
yeah, I had an iPod. Literally, I had an iPod Touch all the way through middle school. I had an iPhone 6 all the way through high school, and I finally got my second phone back in May.
I feel like that graph
I still
would be
have that iTouch.
staggering as to how low that number would be. At what age people
See,
would have
think-
gotten their phones
I
now?
think Bill is an incredible outlier for that because
Bro, I'm an outlier in so much, man.
oh yeah,
Look,
I
look,
think like I mean I got my first phone. It didn't have a SIM card in it, so it wasn't really a phone so much as it was like
Yeah,
an iPod.
the technology was updated, but it was
I had that up from like I probably say like third or fourth grade up until like seventh grade, and then when I was finally trusted with the phone. It's a whole new world for
Yeah.
like new kids that are turn
man,
8, not even 8, like turn 5, and they're present as a phone with full access to
Yeah.
the internet, and there's
Dude.
so much that they
But
Yeah.
like even kids earlier are exposed to the internet
Yeah.
because a lot of parents like use online programs that like they use to like teach their kids and things. Like there's so many out there, and like kids are exposed to the internet at such a young age.
Yeah, I remember
Dude.
sneaking on YouTube, 2010 YouTube to watch like
dude,
movie clips and shit. I was like, holy shit, I've entered the internet.
dude, I remember when I had my
They
first
do make movie
iPod.
clips.
It was crazy because I used to do the same thing. Remember back in the day where iPhones used to have the YouTube app pre-installed and it was
With
just
the
a
little
box
TV
TV.
and
Yeah, it was just the
Oh
box.
my god.
Oh,
I
that
Apple and YouTube fell out.
Yeah, before Google even touched YouTube.
Yeah,
True.
I used to sneak my way and watch these Lego Batman and Joker clips like fan made.
Ah, man, I miss the stop motion so much.
Oh,
I think I
yeah.
got into stop motion from YouTube.
Yeah, I used to watch the stop motion like Lego animation. People
Oh
would
my
just
god.
spend hours upon hours just slowly moving like tiny little Lego pieces
Yeah,
across.
that's when I
I
joined
think
the
in
internet. Was the
another
claymation era and the stickman era.
Oh yeah.
Remember
the
the internet was
Stickman era, I
only
remember
stick
that.
figures.
Dude, but like I think a lot of people like don't use the internet, or the internet's clearly changed. People use the internet in different ways, clearly.
Yeah.
But I think another like interesting thing is I feel like there's less passion put onto the internet. I feel like I don't see as much of that anymore.
Yeah,
Well,
the
that's because the
is a
internet's so big.
I don't know.
It's a
I don't know.
Well, the
prerequisite
internet is,
now.
but like what I'm trying to say is like that people used to create things to create things,
Yeah.
and now people are just trying to like do it just to like get somewhere to like try to
Yeah.
gain some publicity.
Get
or
that
something.
dopamine.
Back then,
YouTube isn't a marketable place now. It's not a creator's place.
yeah, exactly.
What'd you have to
I
say,
feel like we should
Costco?
go. I feel like. Sorry, yeah, Costa.
Um, oh, it's.
Fuck.
I was gonna say that's debatable, but now that you speak more about it, I actually do agree.
Yeah.
It's like, because YouTube
it clearly is
disfavors like
debatable.
personal creators so much now to
I
where
mean,
it's
look at
probably
the
gonna
trending
become the
page.
next cable TV. Like, YouTube
Oh yeah,
is
the trending
slowly becoming
page.
cable
God,
TV.
The trending page is awful.
literally
The
fine.
trending tab is literally just shitty comedic shows, late night.
The Instagram comedians on YouTube, the dead viners that have careers. They get 26 million views, but you don't know who's actually watching it. You can't name anyone in a 20-mile radius who's actually seen that video.
It
Mm-hmm.
it's it just what
I
has the
still
internet
do think
become
there's
now is
passion,
weird.
Yeah.
No, go on, Costco.
I still do think there's passion. It's just, I guess
No,
the
I'm not saying
outlet.
there isn't passion.
There's
It's
passion
very
just
buried.
buried.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah,
it's
very
underneath
buried. The
everything
small
hard to be
creators are the passion.
It's hard to
I
make
think-
something that you really enjoy, because if it's not getting the views, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
it
demotivating.
unmotivates you.
If you put like 60 hours into like say an art piece or something, right? And then you post it and then it gets no publicity, it gets nothing, why are you going to want to make another one? Especially
Yeah.
if you're only making it to put it on the internet for people to enjoy. Why would you want to do more?
Yeah.
Literally no, you're getting nothing from that. That wouldn't be fun. It's just like not rewarding. It's like it
What
just
is it?
like hurts you.
Isn't there a word for like diminishing return or something like that? Or maybe I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
completely.
Diminishing returns is
You put in
Yeah.
all the work and it comes out with fucking, jack shit.
Yeah.
I do think we should lean back towards our topic more, though.
Yeah, we
As
did
we
move,
were-
but
like
We should do another.
well,
we
no,
should do another
well, no,
episode
but
on
this
the
is
internet.
this
I
is
don't know how you want.
but
I
this
don't
is
know how
leading
you
more
wanna,
into
like-
the stupidity of our surroundings. We're watching the stupidity of internet. Right now, we
Yeah.
move from
Yeah.
the stupidity
I
of
don't know how you
yesterday
wanna,
to
like,
now.
I don't know how you want to run the podcast. Like, if this is what you want,
This
I
is
assume
fine.
this-
I love how this is.
Yeah. Okay.
We
Alright.
should definitely do an internet episode
Feel free to
though.
branch out, honestly.
Yeah. No, I'm just
Although I
just
feel
wondering
like-
how he wants to do it.
But
The
yeah,
topic
yeah.
of surrounded by stupidity is going to be much different from my perspective compared to your guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but no, that's the best part, Costco.
Not to say that it's a stupidity here, of course there is.
But no, that's the
Whatever it
best
is.
part. We're gonna
I
have
feel
an
like it's
outliers
different types
view.
of stupidity, which is
Yeah.
kind of interesting.
No, that's why we need the Gauntron.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why we need you, Costco. We need you to say, "Oh, over here." That doesn't happen. Like,
Here
Yeah,
we
we
are.
don't
I'm
really
looking
have-
for it. But
One second.
Oh,
There was
You
only
keep talking.
one-
Keep talking.
There
Alright.
was one case of like one anti-masker, but she got absolutely destroyed by everyone.
Oh
See-
yeah, this is just a sneeze. This is a sneeze. That was
Oh, dude,
hilarious.
disturbing the amount of like people who think that math don't do anything.
Oh my god.
How at this point?
That's what I was saying. We should have a COVID episode
Like
because
how at
that's
this
so
point
much.
are we still
Some
sitting?
people think like stupidity is funny, but it's pretty scary.
sad.
When it comes
It's
to
sad.
a virus, it's so
Exactly.
scary
Costa put
because
that really
that's
well.
that's something that could kill us.
'Cause
That's
that
a human
ideology
race issue.
spreads. That
Yeah, I
ideology
think
spreads. It's a
I,
snowball
like,
effect.
A sane person, I feel it would be like actually scared of COVID, because like personally, I'm scared of COVID. I didn't want to go outside, but like people who just like that's how the virus gets spread so much.
You
People
should
just
be
like
scared of
want to
it.
believe it. I mean, it is. I still wear a mask and I still like do everything
yeah.
the same way I have.
Bro, it's like, what, you think you're tougher than a virus, bro?
Yeah,
Fuck.
like, I'm gonna beat the flu.
Goddamn virus, my guy.
It's like people who don't wear sunscreen. What, you think you're tougher than the sun, bro?
Yeah. You're literally punching the air right now. You're literally punching the air right now if you want something.
Yeah,
done.
I don't know.
It's
People just like try. There's a saying that like you can't argue with the facts, but nowadays people try and argue with the facts.
No,
It's just
that's one of those
there
things.
is no
It's
facts in
like
2020.
if someone,
Arguing with the facts is all they do.
it's like
Yeah.
when it comes to COVID, it's no different than the the phrase "I'm racist," but the second someone contests something about COVID, you automatically know what their opinion's gonna be.
exactly.
Like if you say everyone should wear masks, don't go to a Halloween party. If someone swipes on my story to contest me or say anything, I'm immediately gonna know what you're gonna say.
It's you shouldn't. I mean, honestly,
Not up for debate.
I always just think of
Exactly.
it back in the past. No shoes, no shirt, no service. And then people get
Yeah,
mad at
that's a good
Costco,
point.
Walmart, Kroger saying we want a mask. I don't want. Like honestly, shut up. Like it's the
It's
same
like honestly,
principle. It's the
it's the
same
exact
principle,
same principle.
but you're
Okay,
throwing
well,
it
that's
off.
just because people in America are so stupid they don't even know what rights they actually have and
Like
how they apply.
I just
I
love
also don't know how you get.
the same people that are like going through all these like COVID conspiracies that don't wear masks are the same people that call people who wear masks sheeple. Like that is my funniest
You're
thing.
just following a smaller
One
shepherd.
thing I don't. How do you
That's
get
what.
so far up your own ass to like start believing in that shit? Like, do you think that's like you develop that like? Do you think that's developed through the internet, or do you think that's how you're raised? Like, were you
I think
raised to be that
I
cynical,
think
Well,
it's
or
you're
like?
raised.
both.
People
I think
nowadays
it's
are raised by
both.
the internet.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
but like,
definitely.
it's
There's
definitely
a
the
part of
older generation that's more upset about wearing masks. There's
yeah.
just stupid kids that are like not wearing masks and partying
No,
and
no,
stuff.
I think
But
more
I
kids
feel like it's
actually.
this.
More kids are more educated about it than most
Yeah,
adults.
I
because
would
they're more
also
used
agree.
to
But like,
the
what do you think? Like,
sources. They know the sources.
Because
All the
kids,
conspiracies are coming from Facebook. Like
yeah.
you always
But
see those
how do you?
Karen ones, and they're always like, "My sources are from Facebook." I'm like,
But
"What?"
how do you think people are like? How do you think people grow into that mentality? How do you how does
It's
somebody like come
it's
up with those ideas? Like,
it's
what
through
develops a
it's
person
through
like that?
Oh, I don't
mongering
know.
and
Very
4chan.
few people.
Yeah.
Very
Oh my
few
god,
people.
4chan rules the
just
world right
a
now,
lack,
man.
a lack of experience of the internet.
Yeah.
Because it's
Lack of
mainly older
experience.
people, right? Where
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I know a lot of kids they get exposed to the internet at a younger age, so they're more prone to understand what's fake, what's not,
Yeah.
like how to be gullible, whatever.
There's like the
It's like,
internet ages right now. There's like a golden age, and I think it's our age. We're not
um,
okay, mixed our age, because like there's the
yeah,
kids that take everything to face value right now, and then there's the older people that are who see a Facebook ad and they're like, this is
I,
truth.
I hate Facebook so
This is
much.
facts.
Yeah, I
See,
feel like our
Gotta
age
be.
our
is
Facebook
the
our
golden
source is
age.
the
trust
worst
me, bro.
social media platform.
Trust me, bro.
Our social
Trust.
media platform would have to either fall with
No,
Facebook is not a is
By
not the
far.
worst. No, well, Facebook is the stupidest one, but it's not the worst one. Uh,
Yeah, but I would say like I don't know. I feel like
TikTok is pretty bad.
I feel like
Uh,
bad social media
if
platforms are scarier than like a lot of people realize.
look,
Like if you
TikTok
have a
is
social
what.
media platform where a
no,
bunch of
look, I would agree TikTok is up definitely up there, but they have the younger generation. I'm
Yeah,
looking more to
yeah,
who can affect our future, and I'm going to lean that more towards Twitter. Twitter
yeah.
has because
Oh
they
my god.
follow all age groups, from
Yeah,
younger, especially
everyone.
millennials, that
Yeah.
could affect everything. And
Inferno Spike just showed up.
Well, I also think Twitter is
Oh,
almost more dangerous in some way. It's a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, but it's
oh,
more
it's very
dangerous
fun.
in some ways
yeah,
because you kind of create your own circle, and for a lot of like people, they just create an echo chamber. Or if it's a political idea, you just start going off the wall. You're say you're like kind of a left leaning person, and then you just start reading more and more and talking more and more to people who are all in your same echo chamber. You start to drift farther and farther out, and it applies to like literally everything. Like people just go off the deep end with everything on Twitter, and it's
yeah.
because they're in
What
their
was it?
own they're in their own circle.
What
You
were we talking about earlier? With I think I was just talking with Bill and Andrew about this. It was that Twitter has like what I call cities.
Hey,
It's
Cooper's
like
here.
you got cities that are right next door to one person and right next door to the other. So like if you follow this one group, you're easily right next door to another group that's 10 times worse, and you can just easily cross the border right to them and then start
Yeah.
following all of their things. It's it's a very dangerous thing when it comes to social media and how it's treated going back and forth.
I think the part I despise most is people dedicate their lives to science, They spend all their effort and time, researching, developing new ways to, help people. And then these ignorant fucks just completely ignore it.
Yeah, I mean that's very true. Like I think back in the day, like whatever a scientist said, you'd fucking. He's a fucking scientist. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Especially back then, where like education was like less like what was it? You needed like you
Well,
didn't need
I
a
think
college
finishing
education to be
high
able to go
school is
somewhere.
less common.
Yeah, exactly. So like somebody who like actually went through all that and like actually took time to study and like actually devote their lives to science or whatever they wanted to do, I feel like you trust them more. But I think as time went on, like a college degree became more and more valuable and like you needed it more and more. That like people just like start thinking that like I don't know, maybe that they like are on the same level of them or something. I don't know, but like I think that's just I think it could be just like a reason as to why people are thinking that because like you like are the that amount of education is more widely available to people if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Hold on, can we take a break and check this chat real
I
quick?
I, fi-
Check.
I
Go
fixed
ahead, go
stupidity,
ahead.
but I also fixed the also if you're talking about my thing, definitely do that.
No, look,
No, no, no.
check our
Yeah,
Instagram
yeah.
chat.
Oh yeah, I forgot I left that.
God damn it.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
But social media just has a really bad presence, and you know what? It will never leave. It will only grow.
Oh yeah.
The thing
But
is,
eventually, I
social
just
media can be a really good thing. Like, obviously, there's so many negatives, but it's also a really good thing. It allows people to communicate across the world. Say you have family overseas, it's wonderful.
That's why
But
I would have
god
never
damn
met you
it,
without
it's
the
bad.
internet. But I feel like there's
True.
like why I was saying, there's echo chambers.
Yeah.
People who just like surround themselves with their own ideas and don't allow people
Yeah.
don't allow themselves to
Yeah.
open up. That like that's what creates the bad and like genuinely scary side of the internet because
Yeah.
it makes
God.
like people like that like fucking actually scare me. Like I don't want to be around a person
Yeah,
like that
hive
ever.
minds are definitely.
No, the most recent thing I've seen about like this is there's this thing called Star Seed, and it's a religion belief of sort, or it's like the Percy Jackson thing, where literally I kid you not, like this is a religion. It's a washed down, whitewashed version of Hinduism, where people are like, but like it's a weird mix where people are like, your body is inhabited by an alien force, like a fifth dimensional being, but only people who are like neurodivergent, like people with severe medical mental needs, and they're pulling people in super easy.
I honestly have
People
not
that
a
need
clue.
help, and they're like, no, 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 it's not an issue. It's because you have an alien in your body.
I
It's
don't know how you like
scary.
how do you begin to even make people believe that that's true? How do you get like how do you
Something
get
like
like
TikTok,
what was
widespread audience, people who are just now getting on the internet and think for themselves.
okay,
It's
but like
scary.
I
how
know
do
the
you
term
how
for
do
it,
you
but I'm trying to remember it. It's like correlation
what was
doesn't equal connection.
Yeah.
Where
mhm.
it's like something may correlate, but it has nothing to do with it. For example, sheer size equals intelligence.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
it may correlate, but that doesn't mean it's connected. And I guess that's
Mm.
where it confuses a lot of people, and that's how a lot of
I
people
just
fall.
like still like refuse to believe how like normal people can be roped into such like crazy ideas. What was the one with the triangle where they all killed themselves because the
Oh,
triangle?
Oh,
How
Heaven's
do you
uh,
Gate.
like rope?
Heaven's Gate.
Yeah, Heaven's Gate. How do you rope? What was it like? It was like 100 people that killed
it was
themselves.
900 people.
Oh yeah, it was
900. Yeah, it was 900
how do you
people.
convince 900 people to kill themselves through cyanide and fucking
Kool Aid.
or Kool-Aid? Yeah, yeah. And like, how do you fucking convince people to do that? Like, what? How do you break a person down to do that?
And it's more scary that people on the internet that can search this stuff up and figure out, oh, I really just have a diagnosis. I need help. I I could get, some medicine. I could become a neurotypical person. But nope. I got an alien in my body, and some woman on TikTok just roped me into false beliefs.
That is the weirdest thing. That's like the witchcraft thing.
The witchcraft I've got mixed feelings about, because like some people do it as a hobby.
Yeah, no,
I can respect that.
I understand people doing it just as a hobby. That's fine. I just had the funny, like, I had the best time on Twitter reading all the threads of like people just roasting the hell out of witchcraft and
Oh yeah.
girls showing up and being like, "No, really,
My-
No, remember that whole thing? I don't know. You may have not seen it, where they believe that there's something that had to do with like the full moon. That something was gonna happen. And it
Oh
was like
yeah, everyone was
did see
telling everyone's
that.
like, watch the president. I
Watch
feel the
president
blood
on the
turning.
full moon.
It
Yeah.
was
The funniest thing was people were like calling out. They're like, "That's stupid." People were like, "Nope, this is part of our witchcraft religion." That was made by 4chan. They're like,
My favorite witchcraft.
like 4chan led that. And then the witchcraft people were like, "No, this is real. This is legit. You can't call this out."
Yeah, no, that's my
You
favorite
don't-
thing. Every time I see like a something for a group on the internet that is very disorganized, if I see something for a group on the internet that is generally disorganized, like a paper with like a meeting, I already know that it's 4chan.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah.
you don't
Well,
find it
Can is a
weird,
secret government of the
I
internet.
remember, yeah, I remember one time. I forget what was going on, but I was on TikTok. Oh, it was when the back in May when they were like, anonymous is back. I remember I saw one girl that's like 4chan the hacker said they would help us. They thought 4chan was one person, some sort of big hacker like V for Vendetta.
It's God. God. It's
Oh my
You know,
god.
I
kinda
think why
interesting,
people
though.
get tied into this, like,
No way, I can't stop myself.
nonsensical bullshit is like they need something to cling on to. Why a
Yes.
lot of people like,
I
follow
think that's a
religion.
good.
Not saying it's a bad thing for religion, but
Yeah.
they need hope. They need something to hold
It's
on
like
to.
there's
instead
like
of this.
But
I think it's like
that still
the
doesn't answer my question as to how you rope people into Heaven's Gate. That you
Like,
create
you-
through
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 killing
manipulating it.
I-
It just
You take advantage of people who
because you get salvation on the comet that passed by. I guess
And-
you are right. It has to be that point.
and
I feel like you just
Charles
take advantage
Manson
of people who aren't
Charles
thinking
con-
straight.
Charles Manson convinced like 5 girls to murder people for literally no reason other
Yeah.
than to
You
like
know what? I
scare
think
society.
another
It's not
another.
it's not that hard to convince people into doing some
You
insane.
know, I think one quality that like is behind a lot of these movements is that the leader is a very strong speaker.
person. Yeah,
And they're
you need
very
someone strong.
charismatic. And
Yeah,
I think that's how a lot of terrible things happen. If you can speak and you like mean what you're saying and you can
Yeah.
say it well, like that'll travel really far.
But
Yeah,
I
Or that with like modern day is like on TikTok, they're like, wait, if this person is talking about, blowing up the moon, wait, they have 200,000 followers? They must be real then.
well, it's like what
Literally,
you
that's
what
how
you
I
were
see about
saying,
it.
Andrew.
Why things are taken at face
Well,
value.
but like if like answer your other question, not to answer your current one. The like say how do you rope someone into Heaven's Gate into doing all these other stuff? I'm
desperation.
pretty sure if you look at anyone who was roped in, comes from someone with an insecure back life or something that
Yeah.
they
It
don't
stems
have
from
any self
desperation.
value. So any
Yeah.
value
Um,
given from anyone is worth everything.
Oh
It's
yeah.
Yeah,
it's worth
I
so much,
completely
which
agree with
is
you.
crazy.
I mean, if you think of Hitler and how Germany was going through like a depression state after
No, I think
World
it's
War
like an entirely fair point. Go on, Casa.
I just love how Costa
you-
He's like, do me a favor. Think about Hitler.
Yes, the Gong droid here, the Australian Gong droid's talking about Hitler.
No, like
Go on, Casa.
I mean,
That's a good
think
point.
of
Though. It
Germany
ties
after
in
World
well.
War One. They were desperate. They were going through a depression, and then Hitler came along and like took advantage of their desperation and convinced them to
Yeah,
like
Yeah, it's
commit Nazi
the
genocide against
exact same
the Jewish.
Yeah,
exact same concept.
it's a figurehead. Figurehead. They see someone powerful that represents their people, then us as a people is powerful. That's the thing.
it,
Like most of the plans that are created that like were under Hitler's Hitler made this plan. Like
isn't it
Hitler was
true?
really just he was just a speaker.
Correct
He
me
was
if
just a
I'm
public
wrong.
speaker.
He was just an artist, but correct me if I'm wrong. It was didn't Hitler only succeed when Germany was going through its down point? Whenever they were succeeding up in the government,
Yeah.
he was kind of
Yeah.
forgotten about. I mean,
Mhm.
It's because after World War One, Germany lost, and so
Yeah.
and they
yeah.
were like,
Hitler went
let them pay back all
Germany
the other
went
countries or
back
some
into
shit
the
like that.
shithole.
Yeah.
But like, how can you imagine that it was just some guy with an art major managed to almost conquer the
I
whole?
mean, dude, literally, you
I,
can do
I
a
will
lot with
admit,
your
don't get
voice.
me to get
You
any
can do a
ideas
lot
on
with your
art.
voice. And
Oh,
make
words
shows
speak
go to
louder
the
than
internet.
anything else. I believe that. Yeah.
Exactly. Like people, if you have enough conviction and you say it well, you can probably get anybody to believe anything. You
I mean,
get
you
them
just need to
to
use
stop
big words,
breathing
fancy words.
because
They'll make
air
them
is
think you're something
gas.
else.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, like
it's kind of like that episode of The Office, or really random, but there's an episode of The Office where, Dwight has to give a speech because he won like an award for being a good paper salesman, and Jim tricks him into basically reciting almost verbatim one of Hitler's speeches,
Oh yeah.
and everybody's actually like really impressed by it just because of like the energy from the speech.
I
Like,
mean, yeah,
the
like I said,
strong
conviction.
energy radiating, and everybody's happy. He's really just Hitler.
Yeah,
The
I mean,
news
I'm literally
recently,
telling you,
like a politician
conviction
gets
in the
thrown in.
way you say things, in the way you say it, you could get anyone to believe anything.
Yeah, no, I agree that, and I think that also can even wrap back around to presidential elections. Like, you need to be radical and big with your ideas, and you would win. Be radical and big with your
If you
ideas, you
speak
can win.
confidence to someone with a lack of confidence, you fill in. It's like a hook. You fill in for the gap over their confidence would
That's
be,
a really
and you
good way
hook
of
them
putting
on.
that.
You
That's a
pull them
really good way of
along.
putting that in. Yeah.
Actually, a bait.
Exactly.
It's
I think we should stray away from politics, though.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a dangerous rabbit hole we need to stay
When
away
the
from.
election is
Very
it
true.
tomorrow? I have no fucking clue.
I think it is tomorrow.
I
The
don't know.
third,
Oh
third.
God.
Third. Okay.
But no, ignore that. But with
Epstein didn't kill himself.
Oh no, we're not.
oh well,
Just sealed our fate.
I can't wait. Well, why you're gonna have a knock at your door, bro?
um,
Uh,
but
I
I mean, he's already dead. Like, you
but
hang him with toilet paper.
with just these, but like going back with everything you can say, imagine having that power over a social media platform. You just need 100 people, and you just tell that 100 people, you give them a message, you give them something powerful, something to feed off and feel good about, and then you tell them to share it. And this is how the tree of bad doings and wrongness can go anyway. Now it could be good. You could be someone like Mr. B, always setting positivity, but
Yeah.
wherever there's good, there's always bad,
Yeah.
and it's gonna always go where the bad's gonna have more face value than anything else, and it's always gonna carry it louder than anything else.
Yeah.
Um,
No.
Which I think is like kind of crazy that people cling on more to bad ideas than
Oh yeah. No,
good ideas.
that's how you get
it's
famous
because
right now.
yeah,
Well,
bad
that's
ideas
you
give
could
you
make
an idea that you never thought of before, and you're like,
know,
I like that idea.
I just think it's a game of numbers. There are a lot more bad ideas than there are good.
I mean,
I don't know.
Also, a good
Like-
point.
think like if you were to make a painting that was absolutely beautiful of I don't know, say like the Last Supper, it's good. It'll bring in attention of art people. But say if you made a painting of like I don't know, like like a painting of Hitler at the Last Supper, you would get the negative attention and the positive attention, the the attention of all right people, the attention of Christianity, the attention of artists, the attention. I mean, you get everyone. You get more hate. Hate brings the attention.
Yeah,
That was a
It's
really
like
roundabout way of
negatives.
saying that hate brings attention, but yeah,
Yeah.
like,
It's like how Rockstar first got big.
Oh
Like,
yes.
there's no bad.
oh yeah,
They literally only got big because they rode the
paid-
craze. They
Yeah,
rode
they
the craze
paid
of
people to
like.
make bad reviews.
I don't even think they paid people. They just
No,
rode the
they did.
craze of.
They
Well, I mean,
paid
maybe they did, but it was. I think the
which
biggest thing
caused a
was like the
lawsuit.
time period when they released their game and like when all of it was happening. Because this is like when all like the raunchy sex and violence that they were putting in their games that got them into so much heat to begin with, that got them elevated to that status. The timing on it, yeah, they knew that they were gonna get articles like that.
Yeah, another good example is The Room. Like the
Which one?
Tommy Wiseau movie.
Oh yeah, that okay.
That movie is only famous because it's bad.
That's true.
It wasn't
Okay.
crafted to be bad. It was crafted to be a masterpiece by Tommy Wiseau, but it ended up awful.
I mean, bad
No,
publicity is
It
good
was
publicity.
crafted to be a masterpiece, and it ended up a different.
True.
That
It
a
is
masterpiece of
a
trash.
of trash. Yeah, it is. That's why it's called the best B movie.
Gossip,
Yeah.
what were you saying?
Oh, oh yeah, it's like bad publicity is good publicity.
Yes.
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 It also
Actually,
has,
No matter what.
any
I think that's
publicity
fair to
is
make
good
that.
publicity.
I
It's
think
Any
also
publicity is good.
No,
publicity.
no, hold on.
Yeah.
We gotta be careful saying that because cancel culture is effective. It really is effective
Yeah, I
nowadays.
think-
No, not entirely.
No,
There's
look at
no
every
publicity.
YouTuber
It's
that caught. Look at
very
it.
effective.
No, look
Okay,
at every
this is an
YouTuber that
odd
caught a
example.
rape allegation. If it's not
Okay,
even proven
something like
true,
that.
their views
But, like-
knocked down tremendously where they'd have no recover.
See, but like cancel culture works the same way. Is that like it's like with the confidence thing? It just hooks into you. If you give into it, it works.
Yeah,
If you apologize
don't
for
even need
something,
much
you're the
substance.
internet's bitch.
I think it
You don't
just
need
depends.
substance
I think
to-
sometimes it depends. Like if you have a good apology, there have been times where that has been enough.
Or if you don't
But like,
apologize, if you
no,
keep moving on
I see
without
what you're
it,
saying, Bill, because
think
we
it
saw
more
that we
depends
saw
on
this
what it is.
we saw this.
I mean, like,
Yeah, you guys should
No.
look at the Discord
Tons of
podcast
examples.
channel. Look at the
Look,
Discord podcast channel. Real
if
quick,
you
real quick. Just for me.
all right, look,
Just saying, just check that.
Yeah.
But we can keep talking. Just check it.
what I was saying was like, yeah, I understand where you're going from, Bill. Don't say anything. It'll be ignored. It'll follow in the wave of everything else. But
Yeah.
that only applies. Like a prime example that's EDP. He got allegation.
Oh yeah.
He said "f you guys," and then that's it. He didn't say anything, and then no one canceled. Well, it's because he's at limbo right now in fame, where he's not big, but he's not small, and it doesn't affect, but it only affects a small group of people. But when you reach the big stars where cancel culture really shines, it does damage. Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey was
So
a
that,
man.
that kind of goes into what I'm thinking is I think there is such a thing as bad publicity.
Yeah.
up to the
Nowadays
point
there is.
when you're small, it really doesn't matter whether it's good or bad publicity. It's just something to get your name out there and to help you grow. But
Yeah.
once you're already established, you have to start worrying more about your brand.
Yeah.
And
Like
sometimes with
wasn't-
cancel culture, it is like just complete dog. It's so dumb.
But there's
Um,
there's some
other
people that
times
are
it's just
on
us.
top that aren't getting like cancel culture is giving them more, is keeping them alive.
Well, I'm sorry, but I can't name anyone.
I can name a few. You got Trisha Paytas, Leafy is here.
True.
You got
Just drama
Tony
queens and-
Lopez, the figure of TikTok, is a pedophile, and TikTok's like,
Let's not touch that one because that has been debunked actually quite a bit that he's not, and he's just a retard never asking for age.
Yes,
Also an allegation against
so-
James Charles, I think.
yeah. They're like someone like Trisha Paytas or Leafy is here. Those two, they are only feeding off cancel culture to stay around.
But then
Yeah. Well,
then
Leafy
you
is here isn't
But,
really
like,
around
it's
so much
such a-
anymore.
yeah, Leafy is
She
here is no
tries.
one, and then
He
Trisha
keeps
Paytas.
coming back.
Trisha
Paytas is an awful
Rare
example.
No, and Trisha Paytas makes sense. That one I'll give you. But the
Yeah,
only thing
Trisha
with
Paytas
her
is
is, even she won't confront it, but at this point she's just making it seem like she's just an autistic person at this point. Like,
Yeah, but she's cultural appropriating, and then people are like, wait, she can't do that, and then she goes on to the next thing.
No,
So then
dude.
people are just giving her more views collectively. And
Omar,
more
I
money.
think you're right about that, but like I do not think faking it.
Oh, she is not faking it. She's doing
No.
it intentionally.
Mm.
She has said.
I
she's doing it
didn't
intentionally.
say she was faking it, but I'm saying she's reaching the point of everyone just think, all right, she's just sick in the head. There's nothing we can do. It's like who is that developer? Terry Davis or Davis Terry? He was a beautiful coder. He made his own OS, but he suffered from schizophrenia, but he was never canceled. He said a lot of awful stuff, but he was just
Oh, yeah.
schizophrenic, and no one canceled him. Actually, they started canceling him after his death, but then it makes sense. He's schizophrenic, and he killed himself due to schizophrenia.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so it's like at that point, I can't cancel him because he doesn't know where we're going. And Trisha Paytas, they're just gonna say, "Well, she's just fucking retarded. I don't know what to
Yeah.
say now. I don't think she understands what she's doing at all."
No, she very
Yeah,
much
she does.
understands.
She does. I'm not saying she doesn't, but
Like, people like when it comes
at this
to
point
people,
she's reaching
The
it.
R word is I don't think the R word is TOS friendly.
but like when it comes to
Alright.
when it comes to like certain people like that, people just need like if you want to cancel them, don't give them any attention. Don't react in a good way. Don't react in a bad way. Just don't look at them.
That's true, but
That's
that's
how
not
you
what the internet.
ultimately
That's not what
cancel
the
people.
internet is about, though.
Yeah, I
Because like
know.
because people don't get that. Like if people don't understand that if you don't want somebody to have any power or any motivation
Yeah.
over anything that you like or anything that people like, is the best thing to do is just not acknowledge them because then you take away their one thing that they
Yeah.
have. You know what
Views
I
and
mean?
all.
Yeah,
Good,
exactly.
bad, that doesn't matter. It's like when you leave a comment on something, a good, a hate comment or a positive comment, it's still a comment. It still makes that comment go from that total comments go from 35 to 36.
Hmm.
Hate
Although,
or yeah,
in
But if
saying
you
that,
want to
I feel
think
like
about it,
one
okay,
bad comment will outweigh 100 good ones. To be
true.
fair.
Now hold
Yeah.
on. If I
One
had a
thing I
graph
do
here,
think,
that's
one
the
thing I
reason
do think
why.
is, sorry, I'll go. One
Alright.
thing I think is interesting is that, say, like a YouTuber has like post a really bad video, right? And like
Yeah,
people don't react to it, but it like gets a lot of people riled up, and they all comment like, "Oh, you're so dumb, you're so dumb."
yeah,
At the end of the month, when their statistics come back, they can go to a sponsor and be like, "Oh, look, I got like 150,000 comments." Like
yeah,
it's never gonna be like it's a good comment or a bad comment. It'll just be 150,000 comments at the
yeah.
end of the day.
now
There's
hold
no
on.
I don't think
analytics that
people
says hate
realize that.
comment and positive comment.
If
A
Exactly.
comment's a comment.
if
A
I
like is a like.
one thing I okay, yeah, here we go. If I had a drawing pad here, now maybe my head can be the graph here. Now everyone's channel, let's say everyone just has a positive growing channel, like everything else. It's a positive growing. It goes up steadily, steadily, steadily. They do something stupid, potentially canceled. It's gonna go up,
Yeah,
and then it's gonna stay up until the day it comes crashing down, and
yeah.
it becomes
Everything
absolutely nothing.
still has to come to an end
Yeah, and
regardless.
so with even with Trisha Paytas' case, she's on a high rise right now because of her
Yeah,
stupid stunt. But I guarantee any day, any month, it's soon going to come
yeah,
crashing down to the point
yeah.
she has
There's gonna be a
nothing.
point where in
Uh,
20 years we still aren't gonna know who she is. She's gonna be gone.
no,
Everyone's gonna
I
be
don't
gone.
think they'll be able to stick around from with relevancy, but I think they are able to build something for themselves very easily through that.
Yeah,
Like J Station, he's still
yeah.
around.
Oh my god.
Everybody hated him, and
He's not.
he did
Yeah,
some pretty awful shit, but he's
he's
still
not.
around and he
Yeah,
still has a massive channel.
he's not front page internet news,
No, he's not.
but
He's
he's
not something
still
anyone
up
is think.
there.
Yeah, he's not something that anyone's thinking about all the time. But he still he still has a vibrant career from the
Yeah,
fact that he grew by basically faking
yeah,
dead people,
yeah.
like using people's deaths for views.
Wakey wakey, time for school.
Wakey, wakey. But
W- Okay, I have a topic. What do you think about?
Like to
Sorry.
introduce the topic.
Well, okay. Well, we're just stop.
let
Wait,
Andrew
wait.
talk.
I'll
One
stop.
point.
I'll
Wait.
stop.
One
Everyone,
point
shut
for
up,
you.
shut up, shut up. I'm sorry.
Costa speaking.
Okay, god damn it. Koska talked to her. Okay, Koska, you
Okay,
got
one
last
point.
word, and I want to switch topic.
Okay.
It's like I feel like if some people are at the like peak point, it's really hard for them to be cancelled. I mean, think of Michael Jackson.
Oh
I
yeah.
guess like
Sure.
he's one of the left. Like he's
Oh,
like
wait.
at the top.
Well,
Yeah, like a
he's
vulture.
before, but
Like
he's
he's
before
legit.
cancel culture even exists. I mean, look at Chris Brown. He beat the hell out of Rihanna.
He's
We
so
made a meme out of it. Our generation calls it being Chris Breezy. I woke up Chris Breezy.
yeah,
It's the cancel culture didn't exist then,
yeah.
but now it exists. The past 3 years, it came out of nowhere like a skyrocket machine, and it is
It's
the most
scary.
damaging force that it can happen.
Yeah.
It's a hurricane in the middle of in the middle of our world. It's awful. It's a
It made
category
the
5
internet.
hurricane.
It's like the asteroid that hit the Earth. It made us go back into the Stone
Oh,
Age.
it's scary, man.
So like
It is kind of interesting that it made it so that no one could ignore the internet.
Yeah,
That
what
is
I mean, I think
interesting.
it was all honestly definitely way to that point already, but it I don't know helped solidify it.
the internet rapture.
Next,
Oh
Imagine
yeah,
all without the internet, man.
Oof.
all right, Andrew? What do you want to move
No.
on to next?
Oh wait, if we're about to switch topics, is anyone getting like feedback from my headset?
Oh, no.
Like any echo? Okay, because when you guys talk and it appears that my mic is talking, I'm just making sure like you guys aren't hearing an echo.
I
Okay.
No,
think
that's
we're
good.
good.
You're good.
Okay. Also, Costa, is there any way for you to speak louder or like get closer closer to your mic. You've like always been quiet for me.
Uh,
I
just
don't
I
know.
just
turned you up.
just right
My
click on
mic
his
is
name and
muted.
just turn
Yeah,
him
I
up.
have him at max.
Oh damn.
I don't know. My mic is just weird.
All right, it's cool.
All
Um,
right, Omar, did you have a topic though?
no, I wanted to
You
see
said
what you
you had
wanted to
one.
say.
Okay, well, one, I was just gonna like not even like change topics, but like, how do you think like a lot of people like I use H3 as an example. A lot of people, no matter what he does, no matter anything he says, he could literally just be like, "Hey, yo, my dog is cute as fuck." No matter what, there'll always be like hate comments. Like
Yeah,
people like that, like actually are terrifying and like incredibly stupid, and like I think is a good way to sum up how like our society is shifting, because like
Oh,
it's just like to the point where like no matter the idea that is given, just because of like past reputation, I guess,
yeah,
or whatever, like you just instantly dismiss that idea because of who they were.
And I think
Um,
people, for some reason, it gets like lost in translation from real life to
yeah,
the internet. People in
That's
real
also a
life,
good point.
people in real life will forgive you for a mistake you've made in the past. For some reason, people on the internet will not do the same. And if they find out about a mistake you made in the past,
yeah.
you can bet your damn ass they're gonna
uh,
run you to the
Why
grave.
do
And
you
like
think?
past drama, it's weird. It's like the opinion will still stay there, but like not the topic. Like someone could have said, something offensive and said in like 2016, and the cancel culture is happening in 2016. If for some reason there'll still be haters that were introduced in 2016, but like they just hate him in general. Like that reason is gone, but they still have hate. Like it just
Oh yeah.
lingers.
yeah, for
But
some
it's like
people it takes.
Why do you think people on the internet more than anywhere else hold grudges for so long?
some
I feel
people
like
Because
are.
the
it's
internet
so
is
easy to
somewhere where
access
like
in life. I feel like it's so much easier to access.
Yeah, it's
The
so much
bad
easier to
parts, whatever.
it's so much easier to access, and also they just don't have anything better to do.
Yeah,
Have you
no, there
noticed,
are
like,
Yeah,
people that really just like
if you
that
notice
still calculate.
The word Karen deprives nothing from stay-at-home moms. They have nothing better to do. Their kids are at school. You know what they have? The best thing to do is bitch and complain about certain stuff,
Yeah,
and
and
some
that's
people
gonna go
just
with
want someone
teenagers.
to blame. They don't want to blame themselves. They just want
yeah.
to like pass blame
Like
to someone else.
it's like some like people's actual personal issue get expressed through them leaving a random hate comment on like a Minecraft video.
Yeah.
Like them getting told by their mom to do the laundry leads them to make a hate comment. Like it's weird. It's like people's personal emotions at that
Like
time.
it's like a venting thing. People
Yeah,
vent out their
it's very
frustration.
much a venting
I
thing.
also feel like I don't
Hate,
know.
hate,
It's just
and
so weird to me. 'Cause
hatred
hate
was
flows so much more.
Yeah.
hatred is
Sorry.
made from the idea of not taking a blame. So
Yeah,
it's like
It's
I
just a
wish,
roundabout way of blaming other
yeah,
people. You're right.
it's like I did not do that. The fucking window did. The fucking repairman
It's
did it. The
also
fucking
much
other person
easier
did it.
to be angry at something than to accept it or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I
Then
personally,
tend to like accept
personally,
your part, like your responsibility in it.
yeah, I see what you're saying. I don't know. I think it's just like it's crazy to see how hate flows so much more through the internet than
and easier.
through anywhere else, and easier. Yeah, it literally only has to stem
Well,
from the fact that you can be anonymous.
I
Yeah,
think I
Is this
think
just because like people are just shitty in general, or is this just like because you can be anonymous? Like, you know what I mean?
well, I have
yeah.
one
Can
thing to
people
say
just
to
be
that.
shitty because they're anonymous?
It's
Okay.
one thing I have to
This
say
might
is
not be.
like,
Wait, sorry,
yeah,
go on.
let me
Sorry.
just finish this real quick. It's like you say hate flows really easy, and then but I also say joy and happiness flows as easily. But going back to what Costco, one hate comment beats 100 joyful or happy comments, just because happy is just a repeating cycle of the same thing.
Yeah,
Oh, nice video, nice, beautiful. They're all synonyms of the same word.
yeah.
While hate can
That's a good way to put
follow
it.
a different idea that a one reason a perspective of a perspective of someone else.
Yeah,
So
it's
I also
like,
think it's people pay attention more to the hate because it's just
oh yeah,
so much easier. Like it's so much more entertaining on because
yeah,
it's like you read a nice comment, and it's like okay, that's nice, and then
Almost
you
much
read a
easier to
comment.
get caught up in
If you read a comment where you can like tell the person's just their skin is peeling, like they're pissed.
yeah.
Like when
You're
you read that,
bald.
it's so much more entertaining. Like just Like, what the hell are you so mad about on the internet?
Yeah.
I
That's
think
my
I think another reason as to why that is because it immediately sparks a reaction out of you. Because right when you read a hate comment, you instantly, whether you
Yeah,
think about it or
you're
not, you
forming
instantly
your
take a
opinion.
side. You
Yeah.
either form your own opinion or you take a side, either for it or against it, and that's
I
why
think
it
another
causes so
reason
much drama.
why hatred stems, or like hatred is so much more on the internet, is because people don't get the opportunity to do so in real life. If
Yeah.
that makes sense.
That's
Yeah,
There's
you
a
know,
lot of
some
angsty teenagers,
some guy
right? There's
just
a lot
spent
of angsty teenagers.
9 hours in a cubicle, and
Yeah.
and his boss is down his neck the whole day. But
Yeah.
he can't yell at his boss,
I
but he
think
can
this
go
is
yell
mainly
at a
prominent
kid in
in
an MW2 lobby.
It's like a lot of kids, they're just stuck at school, whatever. They hate it. Fuck education. Fuck this, whatever. And so they sort of take it out online. I guess, if that makes sense.
no, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Therapy.
Also, I
That's all I
graduated
got.
today. Thank fuck, I'm done.
Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry for the next.
You're going right back into to high school. You have to pay.
Not much better. Yeah, you pay for it.
Hey, unless you're an art major, it's gonna be a breeze.
What are you talking
As long
about?
as
We're
they don't
art
get
majors, Omar. This is easy.
Yeah,
Take
it's a
one
breeze.
class.
It's a
art school, I'll be
breeze.
fine.
You
Oh, I
flow
thought you-
right through. No, it's a breeze. Unless you're an art major, it's a breeze. Like I mean, oh
Just
my bad. I see where my
go to
mistake is
college
now.
and
I
you have
see
to
my
find a
mistake.
fucking job.
As long as I don't get rejected into art school from a Jewish person, I should be fine.
No, I hope you get rejected. I'm just kidding. No, I wish you the
My
best.
favorite thing about college is you go to college and you're like, "Here's my money. Can I please go to your school?" And they're just like, "No, not you. You can. I don't want your money.
I don't
Fuck
want your money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
because they're like,
I
well, I'll
think
just
that's
take all these
ridiculous.
other people who are more talented. You all take the.
Actually, I'm not sure about the situation over there, but I feel like one good effect of COVID is that because there's no international students, whatever, it's much easier to get into your course or whatever.
I don't know if that's the case over
At least
here.
it
I don't think
applies
that's
in
the case over
Australia.
here.
I'm not sure about you guys. I'm not sure if you take many international students, but
We take a lot, but
Georgia
I just-
State, where I am, it's so many.
because
Like
obviously
we're one of the most
I think
diverse
you're right.
schools in like the country.
but I feel like because there's like lockdowns of nations, whatever,
Yeah.
it'll be easier to get into a
Travel
course.
restriction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's also a good point.
But
Like there are people that had to live here over COVID.
Do you
Like
think
there's
there
a
are
lot
any
of
people
there's
that
a
were,
lot of
like-
Chinese international students here, and a
Oh, I
lot
feel
of them
bad for them.
not allowed to go
Dude,
home.
I was actually gonna bring up a really sad topic. Do you
Dude.
think that any like refugees were like scheduled to like fly out and get out of their bad situation, and because of COVID they weren't allowed to get
Oh
out?
yeah.
I mean,
Do you think, like, I mean, probably is the answer for sure, but like, how sad is that? Like, you're just waiting. You're like, oh, I'm gonna finally get my family out of here,
Yeah.
and then just something completely out of your control
Well,
just like hits, and then you can't go
You know,
and get into a
I
better
mean, some
situation.
people are really desperate. I mean, look at asylum seekers. They need to get out of a war-torn
Yeah.
country.
Exactly.
They need to escape the
And
violence.
the worst part is like putting everything in perspective. There's people like that where it's like my country is literally at war and I want nothing to do about this and I want just my family to be safe. There's those people, and then you have Karens over here who are just like,
Yeah. I mean, think like
and because of them, they can't get out of their country.
yeah. Think you think one like. It's middle of March. You're about to leave a third world country to come to America, and now you got to wait 2 years because some Karen at a
Oh, yeah.
grocery store
Detention
called you a
centers,
sheeple that you saw from facts in a YouTube ad.
Detention centers are a huge problem in Australia. Definitely a huge problem. Where it's like, we do, like, refugees do come here when they make it, but they're essentially in jail for the next 10, 20 years. Like, those conditions are terrible, like, where we keep refugees or whatever.
Are they
You're
like,
either lucky, it's like a luck of the draw. You either get lucky and get adopted or whatever, or you just live in jail for a while.
cure
essentially.
that citizenship?
And then you got the retards who's like, no, we shouldn't get refugees. Like, we took the country from, Aboriginal people,
we're
but
on
fuck that.
stolen land. But
You're
it doesn't
already
matter.
a prison colony, so like
Exactly.
you literally started as a prison colony. You're like, all right, no rabbit-proof fence for you, and then yeah,
oh no.
I mean,
Don't
other than
get
that,
there, Bill. Rabbit-proof fence.
Rabbit-proof fence.
That's what I was laughing about.
Bro, where did you read that from? Because you keep talking about it, but that shit was from like the 20s.
I kid you not, 6th grade, I watched a movie in my social studies class.
Oh,
I-
yeah.
On the
I
rabbit
actually
I forgot what
watched
movie
that
you're
movie as
talking
well.
about. I watched it
Sixth
like
grade.
As well.
I don't know
Yeah.
why. I've never seen anything else in my entire life on it
Like, I
before.
love the
or
rap.
after.
Hey, was that the one with the two like Aboriginal?
Yeah,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
first
The
tape.
rabbit-proof
My
fence.
teacher
That
didn't
name
get
has
to
been
finish it.
burned in my head.
It is a good movie. It is good.
Yeah. Oh my
But-
Like, is that like
Essentially,
all the Australian school kids have to see that before they can graduate?
you legit watched it
Good
five.
curriculum.
I watched it 5 times in my fucking
You
school.
think-
Oh my god.
You
Wait,
think-
what
you
movie
think-
do we have?
You know, you think Germany got to watch the Kid in the Striped Pajamas?
Oh
And
my god. See, this is what your
Oh, yeah, we
grandpa
saw-
did.
I
Your
saw that
grandpa's
twice
always
as
watching
well.
this movie.
Actually, a
That's-
lot of World War II things are just like some.
They're
I can't
muted.
remember, but I'm pretty sure they're just banned in Germany.
yeah, no, they are. It's a
yeah, anything.
Which is actually
well-
the exact
Wait,
problem.
why
as
would
to
be the
why
best one to know?
Germany
Why
are
would be
not-
the best one to
Yeah,
know?
no, it's
It's not like they really want to talk about it more than they have.
I mean,
yeah,
yeah, I think
that's a good point. But like,
anything that
still.
alludes to Nazism, I think, is
Yeah.
yeah, you're not allowed.
Which is like kind of weird because if you think about it, that's how
I
Hitler
do
was
understand why
had
they do it. They want to get rid of that ideology, completely wash it out. But
Sure.
again, history is history. You need to like.
History's
It's
history.
good to know your history.
Yeah, and like one of the reasons
As
Hitler risked
disturbing as it
a
is.
lot of
It's
people,
really-
a lot of poor people in Germany at the time couldn't get education because Hitler was straight up just burning books. He was
Yeah,
burning
it destroyed it.
information,
It
which is
destroyed
like-
knowledge.
Guten
Yeah, he said
Tag. We're gonna be burning books this morning. Well, you know, JoJo's Rabbit. You ready for your sit-down campfire? Throw the book in.
No, I like when they all walk in the house and they say "Hail Hitler." I think like 32
That
times.
wasn't a fucking joke. That's
Yeah.
not a joke. That's
Yeah.
actually what would
Yeah, no, it was a show. It wasn't an exaggeration, but it was to show the accuracy of how much they would say it.
Jojo Rabbit is like honestly one of my favorite. I don't know if you can call it like a war film, but definitely like World War II.
One of my
movie.
favorite history
Definitely
films.
one. Yeah, if you want to put
History
it that way.
slice of
Whatever you
life.
categorize it,
No,
it's like one
my
of
favorite is Life is
one of my-
Beautiful.
Life is Beautiful is a beautiful movie, and
That is
I
a great
That is a good
movie.
movie. That is a
Nah, my favorite Nazi one has to be like part 2 of JoJo's, man. How did a Japanese man make me really like a Nazi as my favorite character?
No,
Yeah.
but actually, I think JoJo's Rabbit is just like it's so well researched and like so
This man on the wrong JoJo.
yeah, this man's on the wrong JoJo. But
Speedo wagon.
German engineering.
What do you mean there was an Aztec goddess?
Ningeru da yo.
I'm not gonna get my point out. Let's move.
God
on.
damn it, Bill. Why do you know even in Japanese the run away?
The secret Joestar method. Run away. Ningeru da yo.
God damn.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Everything's a JoJo reference.
Have you seen the new Borat movie or no?
Oh my god. I need to
I have to watch it. I have to watch it.
No talking about it. I want you guys to enjoy it firsthand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, well,
I
let's
gotta
have,
watch
really
it.
enjoy
we
it.
gotta have a Borat episode.
Dude, there were
Yeah,
some parts of that new movie that literally just made me cringe.
Oh yeah, this was cringe value. This was
You
meant
think
for
of the
cringe
first
value.
one.
We could
Remember that
totally
like
go on a
wedding
topic
scene
about
where the
this.
two naked dudes were fighting in a wedding?
Oh
Dude,
yeah.
Okay, but like comedy,
Yeah,
like
there was
that,
that.
comedy like that, where it's like not even like where like sometimes you don't even know you're a part of a comedy bit,
Yeah.
like where it's just like full people's reactions. I forget. Omar told me the name to this like style of comedy. a while
Oh,
ago.
did you figure out the term for it?
Shock
I
something. It's like I forgot what it's called.
No,
trying to
not-
remember.
Not shock value.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
can't-
specific term where when you use a mockumentary style, there's a difference between everyone you talk to is on a script and everyone besides the people in the cast are non-scripted. There's a specific term made just for the Borat.
I think like comedy like that is like some of the best comedy you will ever get because
It's
like
scary.
A genuine reaction.
Hard to write, I feel.
unfiltered
It's
reaction.
difficult to do it correctly.
Yeah.
It's very hard to do.
Oh,
correctly,
yeah,
but,
Sacha
like,
Baron
the reason
Cohen is
you get
such a
such good
master.
reaction.
Because sometimes
reason you get such good
extremes
reactions
isn't
out of it is
necessarily
'cause,
funny.
like, sometimes people don't even realize that they're like on camera,
Yeah,
and that's
no.
like the beauty of it. Because like if you're on, say you're on like a comedy set,
Oh
right?
yeah,
You're on a
no.
comedy
Getting,
show, you're gonna have
getting those
different
like,
reactions based on like how people do things. Because you're like, oh, it's a comedy bit, but like if it's just like in public on the streets, like Eric
Yeah.
Andre, Borat type things, it's like it's so much more
Yeah.
real and like genuinely more funny because like they have just better reaction.
Yeah.
Like you can't like make that. You can't force
Yeah.
that. It's just
With-
real.
Well, cause it's like the difference is like on a sitcom or something, there are people in a room thinking about, okay, what would be the funny way for him to react
Exactly.
to him like pulling his pants off in public or something.
Yeah, like
In Borat, it's like, all right, I'm gonna walk up to you, pull my pants off, and like dry hump you, and see how you react, and it's gonna be a lot better than whatever you would think.
Whatever.
that is a natural human reaction.
Exactly. Like comedy like that, you just don't get that comedy anywhere else, and it's so hard to do. And like staying in character, it's like it's just so crazy to think about that. Like you just commit to the bit so hard that you becomes this character. Like it's crazy.
A good example is like not even just the natural reaction of a person, but like the whole ass reaction is the one Eric Andre bit where he breaks the jewelry store and he gets arrested in real life. Like it's like a sitcom bit, you know, like, oh, we accidentally knocked over a display case full of diamonds. Oh well, we'll just move on. Like Eric Andre literally showed it where the man literally just got arrested. Like you don't just get away with it.
Guys, I think we should wrap up this podcast for first one. I think it was a pretty
Yeah,
good
sure.
one.
I think it was a very good
That was
podcast.
good.
Actually,
That was good.
Yeah.
I think we had a very good like genuine discussion. Definitely didn't like stay on topic as well as I thought
mean-
we would.
Well, no,
Yeah,
our
it's
topics are
good
so
balance.
broad that they're able to expand to this.
I mean,
Yeah,
I think it was a
more-
good balance
You
between
may, you may need
serious
to
and
adjust.
joke.
Ah!
That was a good balance. That was a good podcast.
No, I think it was really well. I think it went really well, and I think we had a genuine good discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So ending it off, I think if we want to make this, the stream was going to have different people, but majority of the time it's going to be everyone you see here. I plan one day to probably just have an editor on here.
Alright.
Man, this is more talking for when I put it back on YouTube and everyone sees it. Have an editor's discussion, and anyone's free to join that one. It's just if I'm having the guests, like I'm trying to have, hopefully they have like lore, other editors coming in. I wouldn't mind to have you guys over. Just I prefer to have them take almost nearly all sunshine of talking.
Episode.
Yeah, and especially give them more of the theme of the talking than anyone else.
I
If
think
you're doing
having would be a good idea.
if you're doing the Gmod thing, just like hit me up because I have this. I saved what we set up.
Good, and then this can be our returning setup.
Like I can literally go like this, and then I can just press load, and it's there. It's like I can just sit in the server and
Yeah, I think
like not be in call.
I think we should just wrap it up. I don't think we need to talk about much more. I think we got it up pretty good.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so Omar, how you want to end it?
So, but no, I'm not. I'm not done yet with anything. With the
Don't just cut him off.
yeah, no,
Jeez.
it's
Sorry, I just wanted to get that out of the way.
but
Oh,
debating on how this one went, and I'm gonna upload it. Hopefully everything goes well. Hopefully we can do these once a week with everyone in the group. Maybe we really enjoy what we're doing, and we can do it bi-weekly. Maybe it's only 30 minutes to an hour of our
Every 2
day.
weeks, but
Oh no, not bi-week. Oh yeah, 2 times a week
yeah,
then.
twice a week. Yes.
Twice a week. It's only taking out an hour of our day out of our out of our big, and I think it's pretty decent from what we get out of here.
No, I think what I feel like we had some pretty good content, and I was watching the stream the whole time, but I was checking the numbers, and I think you had some pretty good numbers. Honestly, you had like around above 6 people every
Yeah,
time. And I don't know if that
Haley was
was
watching.
Yeah, like I feel like I don't know. I feel like this was like really successful, and I feel like we
Yeah.
accomplished.
I
what
haven't
we
I
had.
haven't
would
checked the chat or
probably have to do
anything.
more.
I kind of left my second monitor on OBS to make sure everything's flowing out
Cooper
well.
left a message.
Okay. I gotta open it and check everything. I know.
I can
We
read it out to
reacted.
you. Sorry.
Oh wait,
We're
doing
still
the
trying to
plugs
get.
at the end.
Oh, what are we doing at the end?
Oh,
What
what
are we
the?
doing?
Are we
Join
plugging all
our
of our
re-
stuff?
join
Oh, yeah, we're
anyone
just plugging my shit.
anyone here. Join our revised server. I brought this back from the dead, and it's well, Andrew, with your help of telling me how to get it back, we got it back from the depths of deleting it. So everyone should just still be in it. Whoever like was in it, Like I think Cooper, you should still be in it, and everyone else, their roles should all be the same because after the what was it, Andrew? An add-on that you found out that would
Yeah.
revive the dead servers, like
No,
servers you
literally,
deleted.
it was just in the Discord. It was in Discord logs, and I could just like I literally just pulled the whole server out.
All right. And if you got Discord, just join, and we'll get everything in here. You lost your roles. All right,
Lost
I
my
got the.
roles?
All right,
Yeah,
give Cooper
I
back
can
all his
fix
roles,
that real easily. Yeah.
and then yeah, join it. We're not gonna be active on there, but we'll definitely be announcing when we're streaming and everything.
Yeah.
It'll be pretty
We can
good.
like at the server. We can send an ad at the server, and then there's an announcement channel. We do that. That'll fucking work out.
Um, and so yeah, I think thank you for everyone joining.
Yes.
We're still trying to come up with a name of the podcast group. The main group is going to be us and maybe one or two other people. But
I like what James called it.
I don't know what James.
Whatever you said in the Instagram group chat was like sleep or something.
resident sleepers.
That's
It's
actually pretty
funny.
good.
That's because it's a Twitch emote, and it
That's a
just
Twitch-
means boring.
I know, but it was funny.
It is pretty funny. Honestly, it kind of goes with our topic of just like a late night conversation. It kind of works.
There's definitely at least like 10 other podcasts call that, but
Probably, yeah.
Oh,
No, we need our original name. We need an original one that will put us on the
Well,
map.
why don't we just name it the fucking Discord server? But whatever.
Attempted office.
Yeah, actually, that's fine.
Yeah,
it was
Attems is
already
office.
hard before.
Yeah, because we're all sitting together.
Also, that works.
at least I want to revive my
Honestly, that is kind of.
All right. Well, we'll name it Attempted office right now, but anything can change. Let's not keep it
I
permanent.
think Avon God is too like
No,
sophisticated.
it's too sophisticated
It
for
doesn't
us.
match what we're actually talking about.
I know. But maybe Attempted off would be the best one, or we can. Yeah, we'll think of something. All right. I'm gonna end the stream.
What? I don't get to plug anything, but I sit here for an hour, bro. You
All
told me
right.
I get
All
to
right.
do one
Plugs are allowed.
Plugs are allowed.
Type
by
them in
whatever.
chat. Type them in chat.
All right, I'll type them in chat. We typing them on the Discord.
Type them in Discord in the comment area, and you can type it in the Twitch chat.
do you only have the one starting soon?
Hold on, no. Let me put on
I
the
like
beam.
that,
Be right back.
starting soon.
You gotta get one for ending stream.
Yeah, I gotta get for ending. Hey, I made all of these last night.
Yeah.
Maybe I want to make one.
Oh wait, why did it do that? That's weird.
We got Ethan Collins in the chat. We got everyone here.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait.
Hell
Moo. I didn't realize that was Ethan.
No,
Oh,
Ethan's not
that's
in
my
the chat.
girlfriend. Jogo's Moo is probably my girlfriend.
Ethan's not in the chat. He just texted me. I'm watching. What is this Twitch thing? No, James isn't here.
I don't
Ethan.
understand.
James
Alright, I
is-
can't.
James is somewhere
Oh,
far
yeah, well,
away.
James too.
James is somewhere far away. I don't know where James is. He's probably dead somewhere
James
in the
will be
trash
home
can.
for the weekend, but I think he'll be back.
All right. Everyone put their plugs in.
Yes.
There.
All
Let
right.
me drop them in the chat just because I can.
Now let me save this and I'll upload it to YouTube tomorrow. Perfect.
All right.
Alright.
That was beautiful.